Bang! Welcome back to a new video on Football Talk. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you enjoyed your first week of the National League South campaign, being back up and running, whether you're a National League South fan, Championship fan, I don't care. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I did. I went to watch Bath versus Dartford in what was a crazy game, but we'll get to all that very shortly. Today, we are back doing National League South Game Week 2 predictions after Game Week 1 predictions did so well. I asked for 10 likes and you all went and smashed that. I think it got nearly triple that, which is fantastic. Thank you all so much for the support. It does mean a lot to me. What I'm going to do, without further ado, is I'm going to get into my usual, which I'll be doing every single episode, is my shock of the week and then all the results that I did get bang on the money right. And then after that, we will get straight into the Game Week 2 predictions. So please make sure to click that subscribe button if you're new around here, like the video, because there's loads more National League South content coming your way. So I'm going to start off with shock of the game week. This is actually going to be a tie. It just has to be. Hemel beating Yeovil. Well, I got that completely wrong. I went for Yeovil to sort of not annihilate, that's the wrong word, but comfortably win, beating Hemel, and they didn't. Hemel went and won 1-0, which was fantastic due to a bit of a keeper error from Booth. And of course the other one, Truro beating Welling. I really owe Truro fans a big apology. What a fantastic opening day performance on a wet, windy day. They put 5 past Welling. What a day, what a way to open your National League South campaign after coming up from the Southern Prem. Unbelievable stuff. The only other notable mention I've got to mention is Dover have had an absolutely torrid summer. Absolutely torrid summer. Even went 2-0 down to Torquay in the first half and managed to bring it back to 2-2 and get a point from one of my favourites to win the league. So that was fantastic too. On the other hand, let's just very quickly take a look. I got 3 results bang on right, and I'm not just talking the outcome of the result. I mean, I got 3 score predictions bang on right, which was fantastic. I didn't expect that at all, by the way, as you can see by the shock on my face. I got Worthing beating Tonbridge 1-0, spot on. I got St Albans beating Weymouth 2-1, spot on. And I got Eastbourne beating Hampton and Richmond 1-0, spot on. So 3, really, I've managed to predict 25% of the fixtures right, which I think's pretty good going. But as I say, a bit of a mixed bag with the shock results and the correct ones. But if you want me to add this little segment into my video to start the video every single week, then make sure you let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get into the good bit. The reason you're here, let's get into my game week number 2 score predictions. Right, let's get the ball rolling. First up, we've got Aveley FC are taking on Taunton Town at home. So Aveley lost 1-0 to Chippenham on the weekend due to what was a phenomenal goal from one of the Chippenham players. Fluke or not, I'll leave that to the Chippenham fans. I don't want to get involved. But it was a crazy goal. So Aveley opening day of the season, not the way they would have liked to start it, but nonetheless, there's a long season to go. Taunton Town, on the other hand, what a way to open their campaign, beating Braintree Town, a team that were in the playoffs last year, 2-1. And the only reason Braintree got their goal as well was due to a really poor goalkeeping mistake. So Taunton coming off the back of a great result. Aveley, I think they'll go home really hungry for it. I expect them to get a good turnout from fans for it being their first game at home on return to the National League South. So I'm playing it safe. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Game number 2, Bath City versus Maidstone United. As I said at the start of the video, I went and watched Bath City take on Dartford, or Dartford take on Bath City, obviously being a Dartford fan. And how we didn't get 3 points, I just don't get it. I still can't get my head around it. I'm just trying to forget about it, but I can't. How have we bottled it so badly? I don't know. Fair play to Bath, though. When they did have a chance, they blimmin' took it, and they really took it. So completely fair play to them. Their fans would have been absolutely chuffed for that result, I'm sure. Maidstone United, on the other hand, managed to get a 2-1 win against Slough. Very, very controversial penalty, I must say, for the handball. But nonetheless, Slough did get a player sent off as well. Maidstone probably in the end did do it fairly comfortably. Was it fully deserved? I don't know. As I say, I'll leave that up to you. I don't get to watch the full 90, just the highlights on the YouTube channels and read articles for lots of these games. Nonetheless, I do believe, even though Bath are going home, I don't think they created enough last week for my liking. I think Maidstone will come pretty strong. So I'm going to let Maidstone United sneak a 2-1 away win. Very, very sorry, Bath City fans. I promise I'm not saying that just because I'm miserable last week. Next up, Braintree Town taking on Truro City. As I said earlier, Truro really shocked me this weekend. Really, really did. But I'm giving myself the get out of jail card that sometimes you don't always know what to expect from the promoted sides. But Truro obviously coming off the back of a 5-2 opening day win. Phenomenal stuff. Some great goals as well from the highlights that I saw. Whereas Braintree, we've already talked about, losing 2-1 to Taunton. Didn't create enough. I know the highlights don't always show it all, but even on the sort of comments, they didn't seem to create enough for my liking. Truro, I've given enough doubt this season in my predictions and my game week predictions. So for that exact reason, I'm going all out. I'm going for a 2-1 Truro City win. Do me good, Truro City. I'm sure you can do it. You're top of the table technically. So yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 win. Next up, Chelmsford City. They are taking Hampton and Richmond, who are obviously playing away for a second week running, meaning Chelmsford have got the home tie second week running due to some undergoing construction at the stadium, which is, going to leave Hampton and Richmond, maybe struggling a bit. I think playing too many away games is never good for any side. Nonetheless, Chelmsford have a fantastic start against Farnborough. They won 1-0. Really good result for them because I think Farnborough are going to be a good outfit this year. Chelmsford's signings clearly paying off. On the other hand, Hampton and Richmond, talking too quickly, off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Eastbourne Borough. I think Eastbourne will be a great outfit this season. As it is. They were playing at home. I don't think it's, anything too drastic to go off. I think this will end up being a pretty even game, to be honest. But I think Chelmsford will just create a bit more going forward. So I'm going for a 2-1 Chelmsford win. Sorry, Hampton, 2 losses in a row predicted from me already. Next up, the 2 teams we just mentioned above. Farnborough are playing Eastbourne Borough. Obviously, Farnborough losing 1-0 to Chelmsford. Eastbourne beating Hampton and Richmond 1-0. Eastbourne, I just think, are going to be a great outfit. I think Farnborough are going to be a really good outfit as well, especially at home. I think they're going to be an even better outfit. For that reason, I just really couldn't call this one, but I think they're 2 sides that know how to score goals. So I've actually gone for a 2-2 for this prediction. Havant and Waterlooville played Chippenham. Havant and Waterlooville ended the season last year horribly, and they opened their account again with a defeat to newcomers of the league, Weston-super-Mare. Chippenham opened their account the opposite way around, winning 1-0. Really, really good result for them opening day of the season. Again, I think with Havant at home, this is going to be a fairly even contest. I don't think Chippenham are going to be overly strong this year in the league. I don't think they're going to, sneak into the playoffs or anything. So for that reason, just because I haven't seen enough of either sides this season, I'm going to bail out again and go for a 1-1 draw. Over halfway through now, we've got Slough Town are taking on Dover Athletic, 2 of the teams in the league I thought would really struggle. Slough certainly weren't as bad against Maidstone as I thought. I think they're actually quite well, especially as they had to play a large part of the game with 10 men. And Dover, on the other hand, as I said earlier, wow, fantastic result to go 2-0 down to Torquay, who are going to be right up there this year with one of the bigger budgets in the league. With all that's been going on all summer, I was so impressed, and even pleased them that they, 2-2. I even read a few things saying Dover might have deserved to go and win it. So, with that being said, I think it's going to be a bit trickier. I think, again, this is going to be a really even game. I really want to call it, so I'm not going too many draws. I just can't call this. I really, really can't. I really can't call this. I'm going Dover yet again to get another 2-2 draw. Tonbridge Angels versus Weston-super-Mare. Weston-super-Mare, as I said earlier, beating Havant and Waterlooville 1-0. What a fantastic, fantastic way to start your season. Both of the Southern Prem sides have come up to the league and won on opening day, which is great, great, great to see because they're so local to me. And obviously Tonbridge Angels on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Worthing, which I'm not going to read too much into because I think Worthing will be in the playoffs this year. I really think they're just a really good side. And I think Tonbridge will be strong this year. I don't think they'll get near the playoffs, but I can't see any reason to why they'll be, below mid-table. So again, I think this is going to be a really even contest. I just think Tonbridge Angels at home may sneak a win. I know what you're thinking. One team lost, one team won. You're going to switch it around. I am. I've got to go for it. Be a bit different. So I'm going for a 2-1 Tonbridge Angels win. Next up, this is going to be a cracker. Torquay are playing Worthing. Torquay at home at Playmore against Worthing, who have come off of a great start to the season against Tonbridge, as we just mentioned earlier. Torquay showing a bit of bottle, bit of nerve, showing that it's possibly a bit of a reality check. Maybe that's a bit harsh for an away draw on the opening day of the season, considering Torquay had such a great pre-season as well. But this is going to be a really good game. This is going to be a really, really good game. But I am going to go a bit different, go a bit out there, add a few goals to the game, because I think they're two such good sides going forward. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Torquay United win. Next up, we have Welling versus Hemel and Hempstead. Hemel had a fantastic opening weekend. Fantastic, so impressed, so impressed. What a result that is. The ex-Oxford City striker going and scoring the winner there through just chasing the ball down and just working his ass off. And then obviously Welling United have had the horrible trek. At least they've got the worst away day out of the way so quickly. But what a horrible performance. To concede 5 first day of the season just isn't good enough. I'd already put Welling in my predictions to finish right down the bottom, and that sort of made me feel a bit more confident in my prediction in that sense. Nonetheless, I don't think Hemel and Hempstead are going to come wipe the floor with Welling. I really don't. But I do see Hemel and Hempstead on a proper high at the moment, proper confidence boost beating Yeovil, and I think they're going to go and nick it again. I think they're going to win 2-1. Last two now, we have Weymouth versus Dartford. Can't wait. I'm going to be attending it. Really, really can't wait. Vlog will be out on the Sunday for anyone that wants to watch that. I am heading off to Weymouth, the Bob Lucas Stadium, to watch this fixture. Weymouth obviously coming off the back of a 2-1 defeat to St Albans away. Not a bad result considering they really could have nicked it at the end if they buried their penalty. It's a shame they couldn't bury that, because that would have been a great start for them after such a turbulent season last year. Dartford on the other hand, as I've mentioned, managed to go 2-0 up against Bath, then somehow capitulate and concede 2 in about 4 minutes. Luckily, we got it back. We're 3-2 up in the 85th minute. They even got a red card, Bath City, in the 90th minute. And then Dartford still managed to concede in the 90th plus 6th minute, playing 10 men. Fantastic game. Great promotion for the National League South. Heartbreak for Dartford fans like me. But it was a great game nonetheless. I think Dartford showed so much good attacking prowess going forward with the likes of Bradbury, Brazy and Luke Colson. Do I think Weymouth will be able to handle that? I actually don't, but I just don't think our defence looks strong enough at the moment, so I could also see Weymouth scoring. So I'm going a bit higher on this one. I'm going to put my faith in the Darts again, and if I'm wrong again, I may have to stop being so biased. But in all seriousness, all jokes aside, as much as our away form isn't the best in the league, I really am confident. I really am confident after the attacking prowess I saw last time out. So I'm going for 3-2 win. Last but not least, Yeovil Town. I'm not going to go too much into it. We've already spoke about it. Lost Hemel and Hempstead. Great win for them. They're going to want to forget that straight away. Come back to Hewish Park with a bumper crowd. I'm sure it'll be the biggest attendance this weekend. I'm sure of it. With possibly Torquay up there as well. They're playing St Albans, who have just come up off the back of that 2-1 win against Weymouth, as we mentioned. They weren't overly convincing in my eyes anyway. They weren't overly convincing in that game. Yeovil Town, I think they're going to... same as Dartford, I'm just going to put my faith in them again. I think they've got to do it. They've almost got to do it. They can't come into the league with these big full-time wages, big players from Football League clubs, and not go and pick up a result, in my opinion anyway. So I think they are going to comfortably win. They're the only side, I think, in this whole prediction video that I've gone for a comfortable win. So Yeovil, if you do let me down, it doesn't matter because it's great fun. That's what the league's all about. But I am going for a 3-1 Yeovil Town win. So there we have it. Game week 2 has been predicted by me here at Football Talk. Please let me know your predictions down in them comments below. As per always, I will leave the template for you to copy and paste into the comment section below and put your predictions. It's always great fun to read, and a few of you did get some really, really good predictions last week and got them correct, which is fantastic to see. If you did enjoy the video, as I said, please make sure to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you want a part 3, then you know what to do. Smash that like button. And until next week, I'll see you all around.